Hey guys, it's Chase, and this is my 3 months on T video. I feel like I say this every single time, but it's hard to believe that I've been on T for 3 months, or 2 months, or 1 month. Time just seems to fly by so quickly. This isn't something new or unique to T. It's just, I think it's part of getting older, to be honest. Time just seems to fly by. But I wanted to give you a bit of an update where I am. I'm just past my 3-month mark. April 1st would have been 3 months for me. And life is really good right now. I want to be clear though, that doesn't necessarily mean that my life is perfect or that I'm not experiencing any sort of challenging kind of situations. There have been some emotional sort of ups and downs the last few months. I've gone through a few things that have been challenging to me and have left me feeling a little raw and hurt. But in general, I'm feeling a lot of sort of resilience and confidence, and I really feel like it's just helping me move through things in a healthier sort of way, it's really cool to experience that. That's not a totally new experience for me. I think some of it is just maturity and learning more about myself, and that's a path I've been on for years. But I do think that starting T and sort of owning this identity for myself has really affected how I move through the world. It's affecting how I relate to people. It's affecting how I relate and think about myself. And I think that's really cool. And it's neat for me to experience that. I have a confidence right now, these days, that I don't think I've ever had before. And that's really amazing. Okay, I have to show you this. This is my dog. This is Cooper. I mean, is that not the cutest thing ever? Hey, Coop, look up here. I know you're looking at me. That's so good. You're such a good boy. Okay. Sorry, I had to show you that. I mean, is he not adorable? He's really adorable. Okay, so me. I'm going to adjust this a little bit here. Back to me. So changes, physical changes that I'm experiencing. My voice. Oh my gosh. Somehow I had this logic, albeit not all that logical now that I'm thinking about it, about how I didn't think my voice was going to change that much. I had sort of a lower voice to begin with when I started T, you know, especially for women, my voice has always been lower. My dad's voice is maybe in the upper range of what, you know, typically men's voices might sound like. He doesn't have a really high-pitched voice, but it's just not really low and deep. So in some way I thought, well, that means I'm just going to have, you know, that it's not really going to change that much. But my voice has really changed a lot. I can feel it. I feel this resonance in my chest. I know I've talked about singing. I sing a lot, and you know, in the car, in the shower. And I got curious about, like, you know, because I could feel that I was definitely going lower and I was losing some of my upper range. And I was curious, you know, how many notes, you know, I might be gaining or losing. And I just checked a couple days ago, and I've actually gained 2 full octaves lower in my singing voice from the last time, you know, I checked that sort of stuff. And on the upper end, I've maybe lost, you know, you have a break when you sing. So you know, you can sing in your chest voice, and you reach a point, and then you switch over to your head voice. And I had a break that was right around A or B, above middle C. So I'm getting really technical on music stuff, so forgive me. I'll be through with this very quickly. But I had a break around A or B, and that break is a lot lower now. My break is right around F or E, above middle C, and even going into my falsetto is more difficult. I don't have the control I used to have over that. And the only reason I even bring this up is, A, I think it's fascinating, and it's kind of cool to have this lower voice and to be singing in this new sort of area, but B, it's something that kind of makes me sad, and that sort of surprised me. Because I was an alto. Altos traditionally sing a lot of harmony, and I loved that sort of, that part, and I loved the experience of singing, and it felt really good to me. And now I'm living with this sort of in between. I mean, I'm sure I will learn more about how to sing with this new voice, but it's so different. I used to take voice lessons growing up. I started in high school, and I took voice lessons through college because I was singing in my career, in my profession at the time. So I've worked really hard on my voice to have control and to sing well. And now I feel like I should take voice lessons all over again. Although I really don't sing anywhere, professionally anymore. But it's different, and it makes me a little sad, gonna be honest. But not the end of the world. I'll figure it out. Other things that are changing. I'm definitely getting hair in places that I didn't necessarily have hair before. I have hair on my belly now, my stomach, kind of a trail. It's pretty subtle. It's not really obvious, but I can see it for sure. I didn't really have much hair on my upper legs, on my thighs, and I definitely have more hair there now. I'm growing some hair on my face. It's very subtle. I've shaved a few times. I've shaved when I've gone on a date, just because I just shaved when I went on a date. I don't know. I shaved. I went to an event on Saturday night, and I shaved before that. Because it's probably not noticeable. If you got really up close and personal, you could probably see. And it's mostly just blonde hairs. I'm growing them right here. I definitely can feel them right there. And just a few on my chin right here. A few patches, like the patches here, and then my upper lip. It's very subtle. I've said to a few people, like, oh yeah, I'm growing some hair, and they'll get like really up close and look, they're like, I can't see it. Like, yeah, you're right, you can't see it. It's just me, probably. I'm just very aware of it. Oh, and that's fun, wasn't that? My voice cracked. I sound like a middle school boy. It's really awesome. Physical, there's some other stuff going on down below the belt. I'll let you Google that. I'm not going to tell you all the details of that, only because of the mixed crowd that I know watches my videos. But I'm definitely experiencing changes down there that if you know me and you'd like to talk about those, I'm happy to talk about those with you. I'm just not going to put them on this video. Yeah, physically that's about it. As far as passing as male, I'm passing, I want to say pretty much all the time. Although I have to share this really funny experience. This happened a few weeks ago. And I'll preface this with saying, my experience up until beginning T has generally always been that if I go out in public, sitting in a restaurant or, going to the bank, walking up to the counter, somewhere, initial reaction, people say, can I help you, sir? Or, I'm in the South. You get sirred a lot, or ma'amed. And then they would sort of double take and realize, oh wait, not a man. And then they fall all over themselves apologizing. Oh ma'am, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And it always left me in this very awkward sort of space where I wanted to be like, you just crawl into the table and be like, it's okay, really. I mean, like, what am I supposed to say? It's okay. I want to make you feel comfortable. It's okay. A few weeks ago, I had this experience. I was going through the drive-thru at a restaurant. Don't judge my diet. I'm trying to get better. So at the speaker, they said, okay, thanks for your order, ma'am. Please pull around. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, ma'am, I still get ma'amed. Fine. I'm also thinking, with this voice, I get ma'amed. Okay, but it must have been higher. Whatever. So I pull around the corner, and I pull up to the window, and the woman takes one look at me, and she says, oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I probably had the most goofy, huge grin on my face, because it was such a flip-flop from my experience, in my life up until this point. Definitely a difference. And it was really cool. So passing. I'm definitely passing as male pretty much all the time now. So I have another topic that I want to talk about, but I think I'm going to save this for kind of a video all into its own, because it's something I'm really processing as I'm experiencing it, and I'm not sure that I'm at a place yet to really make a video and talk about it very intelligently. But it's something that I knew I would experience going into this. I think I even mentioned it in my first video. But it's having the experience of being a white man. and the privilege that comes along with that I've not experienced before. And so I'm beginning to have that experience now, where I definitely have these moments of where I am able to sort of check my privilege and see that what is sort of some things that are assumed about me, sort of passes that I'm given for certain things. And then also this sort of social code that I don't think I even was aware happened. This sort of bro code. I've been in public places. I don't know the people. And someone will be like, we'll be standing somewhere waiting for something to happen, waiting for food to come out or something. And I'll have a guy like kind of elbow me and make a comment under his breath about something. Not necessarily an offensive sort of statement, but just something. It's totally a bro code moment. It's like totally this like, hey, we're guys and we're having this moment together. That is weird to me. I've never experienced that before, obviously. And I'm sort of caught off guard by it. And I'm like, how do I do this? What am I supposed to do? How do I act? I've just become like kind of awkwardly aware. But that's kind of different and strange. And then I had an experience the other day on the beach. I take my dog, Cooper, out to the beach a fair amount. And we were walking down the beach. There weren't a lot of people out there. And we were walking up towards this woman. She was a middle-aged woman, and she was throwing a ball out into the surf. And her dog was running out and getting it, bringing it back. And I get close to her, and she's like, do you know if the tide is going out or coming in? I kind of look around, and I'm like, really not an aficionado on the tides of Charleston, but I was like, well, I just got out here, so I'm honestly not sure. But I said, but I can see, up there the sand is a lot wetter, so I would guess the tide's going out just because, it's receded from that line. And she looked at me and she was like, oh, yeah, of course, yeah, okay, makes sense. And I just kept walking. And I was walking and I was thinking, why the heck did she ask me that? And she asked me in such a way like, you're going to know the answer. And then it sort of hit me. It's because she thought I was a man. And this sort of realization that there are still women out in the world who will just automatically defer to a man's opinion and perspective because, hey, he's a man. He probably knows these things. I'm still sort of observing that and sort of seeing how that plays out in my life because I've had this experience a few times now where women have deferred to my professional opinion on something that is not at all something I would have any idea about. It's just not. My experience up to this point is it's been middle-aged to older women who have sort of deferred to my authority on something, which is so crazy to me, because I don't think I ever did that. Although I'm also thinking about that, maybe I did and I just didn't even realize it. I probably did and I didn't realize it. That's the interesting part of that. So anyway, something I'm thinking about a little more, just sort of the social interactions that happen now that I'm being read as male out in the world. That is sort of a summation of what's going on in my life right now. Please subscribe to my video, like the video, make some comments below. I keep meeting people on here from literally all over the world going through this experience. A lot of older trans guys, and I say older, I mean people in their 30s and 40s, not really old, but it's been so good to connect with folks and to be able to share things with them and to walk this path together. So I hope we can continue that. And I appreciate all the support and the love that I felt that you all have given me. And thank you so much. And I'll see you later.